The Ontario Human Rights Code is a provincial law that gives everyone equal rights and opportunities to be free from discrimination. The code protects you from discrimination in the receipt of services, your work, and in your opportunity to access housing. The code applies to many different types of services, including education. In the context of education and disability, discrimination, it's important to know what discrimination means. Discrimination generally means treating people differently because of their disability, and that different treatment hurts or harms them in some manner. School boards have a duty to prevent discrimination, and as part of this duty, school boards must ensure that persons with disabilities have what's called meaningful access to education and the benefits of education. In many cases, this can mean that a school board is obligated to provide an inclusive educational placement and the individualized accommodations required to support their learning. This is called the school's duty to accommodate. Accommodations can include getting support from an educational assistant, getting materials in alternative formats, or receiving the appropriate accessibility equipment. Proper accommodation can also include receiving these supports in an inclusive setting. The duty to accommodate extends to the point where it causes a school board undue hardship. Undue hardship is a legal standard and it can be very onerous. In many cases, it may require significant expenditure or effort by a school board before they can claim they are accommodating a student to the point of undue hardship. In this case, undue hardship might justify that their refusal to provide particular accommodations. The duty to accommodate also imposes obligations on parents as well. For instance, parents must cooperate with the school to develop an appropriate accommodation plan. In these circumstances, the obligation to cooperate also includes disclosing the existence of a disability and providing schools with the necessary information to develop an accommodation plan. If your child or child you advocate for encounters difficulty at school such as 1. Not receiving appropriate accommodation, 2. They do not have an appropriate IEP, 3. They are not receiving an inclusive placement, 4. They've been suspended or expelled for disability-related reasons, there may be legal steps that you can take under the Education Act or the Human Rights Code. You can contact ARCH for further advice on these issues.